What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day, and if you're new to the channel and want to subscribe button, that'd be awesome. A lot of you have been wondering, where have I been? I'm not posting as much on Instagram, not uploading on YouTube as much as I want to keep you guys, or to get you guys up to date. It's been incredibly busy at Whole Foods and with detailing. I don't really film too much detail projects because they're just basic cars, and I like to film cars that are black, or I would say more exotic. So work has been taking up a lot of my time. Second reason, waiting on a surplus of parts for the Skyline, and again for the Prelude. To get you up to date with the Skyline, right now I'm just focusing on the fuel system, doing maintenance on that. As you saw on the last video, I got the OEM Nissan fuel filter, so that's a good. I bought the incorrect size fuel hoses, so I'm gonna have to buy the correct size hoses for that before we can knock out all that good stuff, because again, hoses are like 30 years old and they're starting to get some weird dry rot. Also, just bought a fuel pump. Story behind that, of course, I want to push at least 300 horsepower out of the RB20, which is very achievable with bolt-ons and a tune. Of course, we got to upgrade the fuel pump. So I ordered the Nismo RB20 fuel pump. Unfortunately, it was discontinued. So I went with my second option, which was the Tomei high flow fuel pump. Unfortunately, it was also discontinued. And I tried like Nengun, RHD Japan, Concept Z Performance, Z1 Motorsports, FR Sports. Just tried all of these JDM companies, and they all told me the same thing. It was discontinued, unfortunately. So I went ahead and bought a universal Tomei 255 high flow fuel pump. I've only installed one fuel pump in my time of being a YouTube mechanic, which is on the Prelude. I have a Walbro 255 high flow, which is pretty loud and it does its job. And of course, since we're trying to push more power out of the Skyline, we need a bigger fuel pump. And with the universal fuel pump, it shouldn't be too hard to wire up. Nate with the GTR said it shouldn't be a big deal to wire up, and he's gonna help me when that comes in, hopefully sometime next week. And then later down the road, we'll upgrade the injectors and get a new fuel pressure regulator and all that fun stuff. In terms of parts, still waiting on my split fire coil packs from Japan. That should hopefully be here the beginning of March, so in a couple weeks. But in terms of ignition, last week I got my Wiring Specialties RB20 coil pack harness. The quality of this is outstanding. Bought it from their website directly. The looms are good, and just everything about this is so nice and definitely worth the $105 I paid, including shipping. Also went with the Iridium NGK spark plugs with a heat range of 6. So for the 6 heat range, I believe heat range 5 is stock, and then for heat range 6 is like minor bolt-ons, because we got the full exhaust now and the air filter, and now we'll be upgrading the fuel pump and the fueling system. So these are highly recommended. I cannot wait. Again, everything on this car is 30 years old, so I just want to do maintenance first before I do any big power moves. Also still waiting on my Samco radiator hoses, which will come in the end of March, but I'm thinking of just going ahead and putting my coil rad in the Skyline, as well as my Nismo low temp thermostat, because I can easily swap out the hoses and reflush, bleed out the cooling system. So to keep you guys entertained, something I've always wanted to do since I got the Skyline was test fit the Rezacs. As you all know, the R32s have the Z32 calipers, so there are 4 piston up front and a 2 piston in the rear, and my Rezacs here are a low disc face, the lowest that work. Wheels makes it so I can run 3-inch slips and 3.5-inch slips in the rear. So unfortunately I can't test fit these in the front, and I'm not a big fan of running spacers, so I'm gonna run the front Rezac on the Prelude into the rear because I know it'll clear. And the fronts here are 17 by 10 plus 5, and I might try to test fit the rears, which are 17 by 11 plus 5 as well. Also later today, Warren finally picked up a set of OEM 350Z calipers and rotors, so we're going to be doing that install for the 4th time this evening, and hopefully get the work wheels that he bought almost a year ago to fit. Crossing our fingers everything works out, and again, 3rd time is definitely a charm. just gonna go ahead and warm up the Prelude, take the wheel off, take it to the Skyline, and see how it looks. Worn blade on the Prelude. Honestly guys, it looks pretty baller. Ready? Damn. 17 by 10 plus 5 or plus 7, 205, 40 with 50 pounds of pressure in the tire. That is really nice. I mean, honestly, I don't want to run this much of a stretch on the next wheel setup for the Skyline, because I do want to go 18, and I do want to go either 9.5 or 10. But if I did run these, I mean, I got so much room in here, it's ridiculous. All I gotta do, if I wanna fit these and probably get like -1 degree camber in the rear, would just be to shave the bottom lip here, which is very easy. I'd rather shave it opposed to pull it. Not bad, not bad. And I believe the amount of camber I'm running in the rear after the alignment was -3.5. Unfortunately, I can't run this wheel right now because of how the lugs are that came on the Skyline. They're just really wide and they don't sit properly into the face here. So I don't think these are ball seated. But a quick stop to O'Reilly's and I can get some smaller hardware so I can run the center caps as well. But seriously, that looks great. I will always love airing out the Prelude, God bless. A lot of you have been asking me if I'm gonna put the Skyline in on air ride. Answer is definitely not. I want to make this as Japanese static raw as possible, but I can't go too low because unfortunately my resonator sits super low. But I am going to go to an exhaust shop and have them cut the hangers on the Tomy slip-on and shorten it so that everything is raised up a little bit more. But yes, no air ride. I will be building either some Fortune Autos or just go with some BC BR racing and then go with like a Swift Spring 18K, 16K. Also good news, I guess my radiator wasn't cracked. The clamp on the upper radiator neck was loose for some reason. I tightened it, started it up again, and nothing leaked, so good to go. Probably start driving the Prelude now a little bit more. Honestly, probably going to buy a Vertex steering wheel for the Prelude, because why not? Also guys, I still have this Momo Race steering wheel for sale. Hit me up. We are now at Warren's place. Just picked up some new shoes. Mushy mushy.
Copyright.
First we're doing the brake pad install on the 370, and then we will go ahead and knock out the OEM caliper and brake pad install. We brought the wheels. Oh, that's not good. Brought the wheels so we can test fit them on the 350. You've already seen this done multiple times, so we're just gonna hop right into it. Update, Warren and I just got done with the brakes on the 370Z. Gonna go take it for a test drive real quick, making sure everything is up to par. Then we will go ahead and work on the 350Z. Unfortunately, we don't have the rotors at the moment. They're at O'Reilly's right now getting refinished, but we're still going to put on the OEM front caliper to make sure that the low disc face fits. What's good, everybody? It is the next day. Warren and I unfortunately did not work on the 350Z. Instead, we decided to take the 370 out and cruise around for a bit, but definitely sometime this upcoming week, Warren and I are going to knock out the OEM caliper and rotor install. Just waiting on the rotors to come back from Chris to get refinished. If we can't fix any of the heat damage, Warren's just gonna go ahead and order some new rotors. But like I mentioned, next day got some goodies in the mail: oil filler ring or fuel filler ring for the Skyline maintenance, and also RHD helped your boy out with the Tomy fuel pump. It's a 255 high flow fuel pump. So like I mentioned, thousands of time. We're going 300 horsepower on the RB20, so we needed that upgraded fuel pump. It's a universal kit, so it comes with everything we need. You just have to splice into the existing harness. Comes with the sock and bracketry and nice Tomei high fuel pump. Just says Tomei powered on the side. Pretty good quality. I'm pretty stoked to install all of this. Like I mentioned, Nate is going to be helping me out with the install since it is a universal pump. I just want to make sure everything is done right, but I'm incredibly stoked. Just need to order the new fuel line hoses and everything should be good to go. And also waiting on my split fire coil pack kit. I can't emphasize enough. That's going to be coming about the beginning of March. So fingers crossed it comes sooner. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for making it in the video. And if you're new to the channel and want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll see you next video. Take care.